A little bit of a dust in the air down here, and that also affects your camera's night vision. That's a nice little touch. Oh! Run, 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 run! Hello everyone, and welcome back to Outlast Whistleblower. Now in the last part, we had escaped the murderous cannibal, or at least I hope. You heard that, right? You heard that, right? There was like a splash down that tunnel. Okay, we're getting into the mad spooks right away, but I had to run back to this spot because I guess the autosave was a little bit before this. But I think I encountered something when I dropped down. Yes, you can. You can kind of shimmy your way back here. Is there a hidden secret? Or is this just the way you're supposed to go and I was getting bamboozled by that tunnel? There is a battery. It paid off. Okay, it looks like this is as far as I can go. Now, if you don't remember from the last time, because it has been a little bit long since the last time I recorded, sorry about that, it will not be that long between every part. I can't see anything if I use my night vision here, because of the dense fog. All I get is that glow. Now, one of you, RX Hightop, I believe it was? Sorry if I'm remembering your name wrong, but you told me to keep my camera down when I don't need it for night vision or to record an event. Now, I had made a habit years ago when I played of always keeping it up so that I would get as much as I could. However, I think your way is better, A, because yes, it'll save me batteries, and B, because the game is a very gorgeous looking game in terms of its environments, and it would really be a shame to go through this entire thing and never really be able to appreciate just how good it looks by looking at it in 720p vision. There it is again. I don't want to go inside. But anyway, I'll get a move on. I've done this intro for way too long. Yeah, the night vision still doesn't work in here, so I'm going completely blind. I can hear the yelling of some insane, deranged patient. But luckily I don't have to spend too long down here. I thought it would be a long, dark tunnel. I'm kind of relieved to find that it's just a ladder to right here. I can hear somebody yelling. I don't know if they're going to be a thing or not, or if I can be concerned. But that's kind of a running theme with this game, isn't it? I don't like this area. I don't even... See, in the fog... Yes, it's a scary, winding, and... What just happened? Why did my game tab out? That was the wrong time for that to happen. I hope that's not going to be a theme. Are you... Okay, so I think this very much is a segment where I'm in danger. There's so much gore in this game that I can't even comment on every little horror show I come across. I have to keep moving if only for the sake of keeping the commentary going. If you remember last episode, a lot of the beginning, it kind of took me a while to get into a groove because I was just sitting in sun silence for so long. I don't see any other way to go, and they didn't immediately start chasing me? Oh, you're gonna make me go through, aren't you? Oh, and there's two of them. Wait, two of the... There's an outline down there. It's the twins! I see that little outline near the bottom of your waist. Yeah, that's... Even in the fog, I can tell that is the twins from the first game, the ones that stalk you in the prison block. I didn't remember any characters from the original being here. Can I show you guys on YouTube? I'm just going to do it anyway and see what happens. Anyway, I'm just going to go this way and... you know, given the labyrinth nature of these fences, I'm kind of wondering if they're actually letting me through or if they're just giving me a head start. Okay, was expecting the scares to come from the rear, not the front. Oh, they're coming from the rear as well. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of rears and fronts. I'm just gonna leave. No, stop, stop. Oh my god, I am so on edge, and I only just started playing. Usually when I play a game, the tension does kind of dissipate between playthroughs, but that hasn't been the case. I just realized I probably should have had my camera up for at least some of that. I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. I went from always using my camera to never using it. Alright, looks like we have to enter on the other side. There's a document in there. Some of you told me that you would like me to read the documents and the notes, so I'm going to start doing that instead of just holding on the screen. Now, as far as the notes go from the camera, one of you suggested that I actually read them kind of in the downtime instead of as soon as I record them, to kind of simulate and sort of role-play the situation better, because it kind of would then emulate the feeling of stopping for a break and gathering my thoughts. So I think that's a really good way to look at it. Okay, the wall rider delusion. Kurt, we've got another one. I'm not sure you're going to be able to check it off as psychopathic proximity disorder. Security guards all the way up in the admin block is our latest non-patient. Hang on. Security guard all the way up in the admin block is our latest non-patient employee to start seeing Wernicke's fairy tales. I need to pace my voice better. He was never directly exposed to the engine. Never even made it below level 1 in the building. It would be an enormous breach of protocol and security if doctors were speaking of the wall rider within hearing of a... Why can't I get through a sentence? It would be an enormous breach of protocol and security if doctors were speaking of the wall rider within hearing of a contracted security guard. And seems vanishingly improbable that he would stumble onto such an obscure mythological story on his own. It's too similar to the Dr. Samuel case, or the others before him. It's one thing for formerly sane medical personnel to fall under the delusions of their patients, and it's another thing entirely for those beliefs to be, I don't know, airborne? We need to talk in person. Yeah, so that's creepy. I talked a little bit about this in the last episode, but in the original Outlast, they were running this morphogenic engine program. And it started to get out of control in ways that the staff didn't really understand, which suggested that there may have been something supernatural that they tapped into. Something's going to come out of the fog. So, yep. Now the question is, what was he running from? I'm going to get a move on, just in case that is something. But yeah, I knew something was going to come out of the fog. I've seen Jurassic Park 3. I can hear a phone's dial tone. A radio, but no battery. Unfortunately, that doesn't help me. Ooh, a ladder.
Don't trust them. They'll tell you it's science, but it's not. They were waiting for us in this place. Billy understood. They've always been here.
I'm surprised that's not a note. I'm gonna have to scooch past you, buddy. Yeah, see, that's part of this game, is that you never know who's gonna attack you and who's gonna let you go. But he made a comment right there that was really interesting. He said, they've always been here. I'm not sure what that means, but I wonder if that's referring to the potential paranormal activity that's going on. For example... You know, this probably isn't the first thing I was meant to think of, but when I saw those shadows on the wall and the way they were, I think that's a real thing. Nope. Nope, gotta go. When I saw those shadows on the wall, I was reminded of the line going into Splash Mountain in Disney World. Which is a weird place for my thoughts to go, not gonna lie. Oh, I think that's the radio that I was looking for. I didn't expect to reach this so early. Yes. Oh, it's evil Bruce Wayne. I don't break your stuff.
Whalen Park. You couldn't just.
That's some fivehead you got there.
You couldn't just play along. But you're done talking now. Do me a favor and die here, Park.
Okay, what's coming? What's coming? Ugh! No! 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 Oh, come on, I didn't remember you being in this game. I did not remember you being in this game, come on! Alright. I wonder if I can jump over that half window? I'm afraid to poke my head out. No. Up and over, up and over, up and over, I can't. Oh, luckily he didn't hear that. Luckily he's a moron. No. All I gotta do is get between him and that door, and I can run for it. He headed off down the hall. Crap, if he's down there, I might need to wait for him to come back. Alright, I have to hope that he just keeps going. Yeah, jerk. Oh, by the way, that's something I really like about this game. It really makes you interface with the character more, how when you come to a corner, you see him put his hand on the wall. And when you hit Q and E to lean, he'll actually, like, lean around the hand. And it's a nice little detail that helps you immerse yourself so much more. Like, you actually feel like you're not just a floating camera. Like, when I crawl on the ground, you see I actually crawl with one hand on the floor. It's stuff like that, and the way everything is properly scaled and full of stuff that makes it feel like not a video game map, but a place that people live and work in. That helps the scares to land that much more. Nope, he's about to see me. 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 Run. Nope, get around him. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Oh, but I'm trapped. I'm cornered. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is over. No, juke. Yes. Okay. Oh no. Run through. Up and over. Yep. P-class, Spatty. All right.
Attention Murkoff personnel. An emergency evacuation is in process. Please proceed.
Oh, why are my frames dropping? I guess it's loading the new area. Hey. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You have any batteries? You don't have any batteries. Okay. You're no good to me. Just wait here. Wait here. Shh. I kind of don't really feel like that segment is over. I think he's still around here somewhere.
Another poor soul. Don't be afraid, he is doing his work.
Oh, this is the priest from the first game! And I remember this part! Oh, it's been so many years, but I remember this part. This was where... Yeah, there was like a trail of blood that leads you to that hole, and that's how you would come up these stairs and then jump down here, and this was how you got out of the prison block. That's the priest. He's actually one of the main characters. Oh, it is so cool. It is so cool to me. So that means that Miles is probably in the cell block right now, or unconscious. He hasn't woken up yet. So that's one of the most interesting things about this expansion, is that it takes place before, during, and after the original game. It's such an interesting way to structure the narrative. Well, there's a cracked open door here, but that sign says exit. However, I am a white person in a horror game. Okay, well, they seem to be locked up for now, although that could change. Here's another document. And you know what? This seems like a nice calm place to sit and collect my thoughts. That's what you were talking about, right? All right, let's start with the document, Miscarried Profits. Fun hitting the greens last week. We should make the drive more often. Was reviewing some old test records from the early days of Project Wallrider, and something sparked my interest. Were you following the project back in 2010? Apparently we had issues with female employees experiencing psychosomatic pregnancies. Something to do with how the morphogenic engine interacts with the immune system? All Greek to me, am I right? It was more often fatal than not. And these were employees, not patients, so a little harder to sweep under the rug. But the morphogenic engine activity in these ladies' marrow was off the charts. And these were women who were never even exposed to additional hormone therapy. Now, I don't know ppm from a kick in the teeth, but I can read a spreadsheet, and if the projected profits from Project Wallrider are half what they say they are, I've just got one question. Why aren't we performing experiments on women? God knows mental illness is an equal opportunity affliction. Seems unethical to pass up on such a potential windfall. You know, the people at this company kind of deserved what happened to them, didn't they? Okay, I have 2 notes to read. This is what the game is. He's playing alone and losing. That is what the game is. Okay, I'm not going to read this one because I already put this one up on the screen in the last one. Okay, wait, what was the name of this one? I'm all discombobulated here. Down, down, down. Somebody who looks as much like a priest as this place looks like an asylum. Writing instructions on the wall. Talking about God. Tells me not to be afraid. How was I ever a part of this inhuman BS greed-driven moral genocide? That's actually a very good descriptor of what's happening here, moral genocide. The monsters Murkoff ripped from tortured minds. The lengths their jackbooted business school worms will go to protect it. Their own men slaughtered. I've never prayed in my life, Lisa. But if some small-minded interventionist god is listening, kill Jeremy Blair before I die. Sanity and avarice. There's no pain he doesn't deserve. There is no radio. No hope of reaching the outside world. Only escape. See, now that is something that I really liked about the first game, and it's continued here. You obviously have different objectives throughout the course of the game in order to keep you going, but every objective was some variation of get out. Some means of escape was all that you ever cared about. Even as you had the greater goal of documenting what you saw, everything you did was on your way out.
Oh God, one of them's coming.
And in that way, it makes you feel a lot like a smarter character. Sorry, there's a lot of really loud noises going on all at once, and it kind of makes it hard to narrate. Alright, so I remember this area from the first game because this was how you left the prison. And I think there might have been a chase here. I don't know if the same is going to be true this time around. There's a battery, and I'm actually building up a decent-sized stock of batteries. That was very good advice, telling me to just, stop living life through the lens and put the camera down once in a while. And just live life the way it was meant to be lived. In the dark. I'm shedding that advice immediately. Okay, this door's chained up. What? Oh god, no! Expecting you to come from the front, not the back. Alright. Run, 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 run. you go! Ugh. That was a very photogenic wheelchair. My urban exploration mind is telling me to go back and... No! No, come on, where do I go? Oh, out the window, out the window! Yes! They put that curtain there so that I would know. Oh. Thank you, loading screen. You saved my life. Let's replace these batteries. Well, it seems like we're safe again. Let's take a moment to just take this in. This ambiance, this darkness with just the littlest bit of ambient light. That soundscape that's playing, the wind going over the tops of the building. And the distinct rattling of a chain somewhere. But it's not playing his music, so I'm going to overlook that for now. The level design in this game is such a masterclass. It's so top-notch in the world that they've created with this, for all the other criticisms of the game. Alright, now the fog seems to have been lifted, so we're going to be able to use our night vision camcorder once again, which is immensely helpful to me. This camcorder kind of has become my safety blanket, and here's a document. Hi. I'm just going to steal this from you. You mind if I read this real quick? Because, you know, there's a pretty good little hiding spot you got here. The groom. Why does that sound familiar? Above the knees, below the navel, sliced and sewn on Gluskin's table. Gluskin was the guy from the intro. To make a place to push inside, the groom will make himself a bride. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and assume you're not a real thing. But just in case... See, I feel like that's meant to discourage me from pushing this thing out of the way. Because if I come out... got a bubble in my throat. Because if I come out through this way, I have the sure thing I can jump back through the window and he probably won't be able to chase me. But what if that's what it wants me to think? What if I'm going to have to run this way later? Maybe I won't have access to this window. And I'm going to need this door to be open. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to go from here, but maybe that'll change. I'm going to take the risk and open the door. No, open the door. The door. Okay, I guess it's not pushed aside enough. Now, last time my GoPro overheated, I had an hour and 13 minutes of recording because I did record for quite a while before the gameplay actually started. Right now I'm at 28 minutes, so I figure I got about another 30 before it overheats. I'm going to try to record more than that, but I might have to take a break at that point. And I don't know if it's really, if it was deliberate, but it's real ominous how the wind picked up just as I started to hear whispers on the breeze. This is actually a fairly open area, much more than I expected it to be. By my gamer instincts, I really should have been walking along the perimeter to see what is and isn't open. Okay, so it looks like this door is locked, so I have to use that one over there. Open up. Gotta check my corners. You're gonna make me climb over that, aren't you? Am I gonna be able to get back afterwards? Yeah, it looks like this is a dead end down that way. Okay. Into the tunnel of doom we go. I don't like water. I don't like water in video games. I especially don't like water in a hallway in a video game. If you want to hear all about that, check out my Gaming Phobias video. Is that an electric fence? Well, if cartoons have taught me anything, it's that I definitely shouldn't pee on it. Okay, so where do I go then? This door is open. Is this... No, this is not the gate that was locked before. This is the gate that was locked before. Do you have a battery? Yeah, I'll take any and any batteries I can get. Let me explore this little nook here before I decide to get a move on. I have a feeling this is the way it's going to want me to flee, isn't it? No, this... Oh, no, this does go to a different place. Okay, so it's kind of overwhelming with all these different places I can go to. I imagine the area isn't as big as I think it is, but in the dark it's kind of hard to tell. Let me just go ahead and replace these batteries. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through here. I recognize that haircut from the start of the game. That's Gluskin. Okay, well, let's grab that document and have a little read before the terror begins again. Kill us. Burn the building. Worse than death here. Kill us. Kill us. Well, I kind of am in the same camp as you at this point. Okay, so I'm of the assumption that if I attempt to touch this fence, I am going to get 1,000,000 volts. And it looks like there's a lock on this gate, so I kind of want to know... So here's the thing, I know I'm going to get chased at some point, I just know it. So I want to know beforehand which gate it is that I'm supposed to open. I'm assuming it's this one, it's probably the most obvious one, right? Obviously I'm not going to try to grab it, but I believe the only other way to go was down this way. I really shouldn't make a habit of sprinting into the darkness. Check my corners. It looks clean enough. I feel like you're giving me musical cues for not much reason, and it's making me really nervous. Bunch of lockers here, indicating a chase in my near future. Oh, sorry, I'll leave you be. I got stuff to do. I assume this will turn off the power. Do I want to turn off the power? That seems like it'll also kill the lights in here and the floodlights outside. Okay, luckily this seems to be running on backup power. Is there anything to see down this way? Yeah, I know, I keep telling him to keep it down. Like, get a room, you know? Okay, I'm not gonna look at that again. Let's get the heck out of here. You know, when I do the ad safety classifications for this video, you know, when I rate it for, like, language and violence and all that stuff, I really don't know what to put for this game. Is he coming up behind me? Okay, so the electricity has turned back on. Let's take this moment to read that note, I suppose. Burning lights. The power is still on. Electricity. I need to think, Lisa. I thought the power was evidence that some manageable, some human force still controlled some small part of Mount Massive. But nothing human or sane can do anything here but survive. And even that, not for long. You were always the reasonable one, Lisa. You would tell me to calm down, to take a larger view. Madness and inhumanity rule this place. Whatever's keeping the electricity flowing is trying to trap me here. I need to shut it down again? I will say, massive, massive improvement there over, of all things, Cry of Fear. Why? Because this game, even if you had to have your camera out to make it happen, lets you know that you have to backtrack. It's been almost a year and I'm still salty about all the backtracking in that game. Okay, what untold horror are you waiting to spring on me? You are no longer here. I like how consistent it is. So there's a little bit of a dust in the air down here, and that also affects your camera's night vision. That's a nice little touch. Oh! Run, 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 run! Oh my god. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Oh. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? Probably to that gate. That's my first assumption. He's definitely out by now, so I gotta keep moving. Yes. Still coming. Alright, where do I go? Where do I go? Open up. Close. I don't know if he's still after me or not. The music has stopped, but I don't know if I should be wasting time looking around. Okay, so when I see stuff like this, or a radio on a table, I think that that's most likely a spawn point for a battery, but I think there must be some form of, like, AI director to it. Or at least some form of randomization, so that there's not a battery in the same place every time. What was that? Did I miss something? Oh, it's already almost time for another battery. You go through these batteries really quickly. But considering it's an infrared camcorder that seems to take a single AA, I can't say that's too surprising. Except for the idea that that's a product that exists at all. Okay. You're sending me down into the water. You're sending me down into the water. You know, game, I don't ask for much from you. Actually, I primarily ask that you scare me, which is... I suppose I should stop complaining, but... it's kind of my job to complain, entertainingly. No, 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 no! Okay, move behind the pipes. Safety blanket, safety blanket, safety blanket. This infrared really isn't helping me too much at the moment. There's a ladder right... What is that? I don't know if that's soundtrack or actually something, but it sounds like somebody is literally, like, dragging a long, broken fingernail across the back of my headphones. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm wasting too much battery. Is there something over here? No, it doesn't look like it. See, I don't know how to deal with all this contrast when there's bright lights, but also pitch black areas right next to them. I don't know whether to use the night vision or not. Okay, so I think that's actually where I just came from. So I probably have to go over here, yes. Okay. Get through. Ah! Is that the guy from before? I think that might be the guy from before who was talking about possible paranormal activity. Okay, let's take a moment to read that note. An easy way out. It would be so easy. I don't believe in it anymore. Getting the truth out. There is no truth. Only lies we've accepted too long to double back on. It's our children, Lisa. I would take the easy way out if it wasn't for the boys. I'll suffer anything to get out of this place. Okay. Oh no, this must be a new tower if I'm heading to the top of it. But just look at that. Look at that lighting, the dangling of the chains, the light piercing through it and casting shadows everywhere. I really cannot praise the level and sound design in this game enough. See, even if I can see... Even if there's a dark area and I'm in a light area and I can see the other light area on the other side of it, I'm still paranoid. Because I know that this game likes to hide things in just little pockets of shadow. We're doing platforming, are we? Okay, run and jump. I figure another half hour before the GoPro overheats. Such a masterful atmosphere that's been created in this game. But I don't even remember what I was going up for. Is my objective to get up and over the wall? Okay, so pressing tab doesn't show me an objective, it just shows me my notes and my documents. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about where I'm supposed to be going. This game is fairly linear. Alright, well, there's the obvious way, and then there's the other way. Oh, I'm in the back of the building. Those are the famous two towers that you see when you arrive in the first game. So I'm all the way in the back, then. This game is so good looking. Alright. Another run and jumperoonie. Yep. No, 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 no! I am miraculously alive. I did not expect to fall that kind of distance in a cutscene.
Don't need any sisters. Maybe some girls that ain't blood. You ain't old enough to be worrying about it. We have worse problems. Grow some hair on.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say something right now. I do remember this part. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I do remember what happens. I do remember this area in broad strokes. And I'm going to tell you this, because it's going to blow your mind knowing this the whole way through. I'm not going to spoil what this section is about. I'm not going to spoil the character that we're about to encounter or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you something about the voice actor. I thought it sounded familiar when I first played it, and I went on IMDb. This person is the voice of Buster Baxter on Arthur. Enjoy that while I play through the rest of this segment. Ooh, there's a staircase going down right there. I bet that's where I need to get to. See, I want to save battery, but...
If we did, he could be our goat. What in creation you talking about? He just likes to hear himself talk. We need a goat. There's reason here. To bear our guilt, our gender, a small piece of flesh between us and the blade. You want to give him to Gluskin?
Don't give anybody to Gluskin.
I don't want to get Gluskin's attention. He'll hurt us. He'll hurt you. No sense in pulling a mad dog's tail.
I don't want to be without light for 1 second in here. I have to say, until Resident Evil, I don't think Resident Evil 7 specifically, I don't think any game did cluttered environments as well as Outlast did. And it really does add to it. I mean, it's not just small details.
A gift for the groom.
I'm nobody's gift. Okay, I think I'm okay. I think this game usually plays music when there's actually a patrolling enemy. So that's the thing, is I don't remember if you get attacked in this part. Don't like not being able to see that far ahead of me. Nothing happened. Did you really not see me? Oh. Oh. Huh. Alright, let's read the note. Wise men. Back inside. Like the harder I try to escape, the deeper I get. Dead men aren't a surprise anymore. Suicides seem wise. Yeah, but not for me. These ambient sounds really need to cool it.
If they catch us,
Oh my god.
give us to him. The man downstairs. The man. Very bad. Very, very bad. God. Oh, God.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about the man downstairs. Seems like something I want to give a hard pass to.
Kill the rats.
Okay, you can't do that twice.
Walls.
It doesn't work twice. Because I was literally just about to comment on how I can't believe that last behind the wall scare got me. The last one saved me from this one. Can I push this out of the way? Let's look for an alternate way around first before I start moving stuff. No, this is just more space, but there is a document over here. I know you're trying to do something scary, but give me a second to read this. J. Patient Dennis. Dr. Ford, I conducted another interview with your patient, Dennis, this afternoon, and have to agree with your suspicions. In the course of a 40-minute interview, I had wide exposure to all four of Dennis's expressed personalities. As near as I could tell, 2 brothers, their father, and their grandfather. They seemed primarily concerned with some sort of life-threatening flood, though there was little consistency between this event having already happened or threatening imminent arrival. The clarity of this delusion and performative nature of the personality's expression certainly suggests malingering. I admittedly fall in the Furstenberg camp of categorical skepticism of dissociative personality disorder. But Dennis's case seems clearly invented by an attention-seeking patient, more likely symptoms of gross narcissism and OCD. Continue with shock therapy. Sincerely, Dr. Wolfram. And this is the point where you learn all those voices that we've been hearing are all the same person. I thought that was so cool when I first played this, and such a cool twist on this whole section. Because the whole point of the section is you hear these voices all around you, but you can't see them. So of course you're going to think it's multiple people. I thought that was such a creative and cool way to go about this segment. Okay. By the way, I really find it fun. Hang on, wait. Now, this is an observation I just made. I find it really funny that they believe that he's faking the multiple personalities. Because this is from the voice actor who delivered us the immortal line. Do you really think somebody would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
There's a leak down here somewhere.
I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be going right now. Can I climb over this? Yes, I can. I don't like how they're talking about an interloper. Sounds like that's me. And I feel like now's the time where I should probably start being careful. I think I just saw movement behind the slats. I don't suppose it's going to let me through this door. And honestly, it's almost kind of worse now that the voices have stopped talking. Okay, yes, I'm quite certain at this point that that's where I need to go. Almost, okay, I saw that, I saw the end post of that shelf, and I thought it was a person standing right there. Maybe I'm better off not using night vision here and just allowing the lights to silhouette any enemies that might be. Okay, once again, I'm scared by a beam. I'm going through all my batteries. I have to reload prematurely, though, I think, because once they start chasing me, if they start chasing me, I think it's going to be a dash to the end. I really don't like how silent it's gone. If there were ever to be an Outlast VR game, I think I just straight up would not be able to play it. So I'm going to talk a little more about how this game is scaring me right now at the end. This looks like a convenient place to trigger a chase. I don't know if Outlast Trials is VR.
There he is!
Nope!
What do you think? Oh, he'll do.
Get away from me, Buster!
Once we agree.
Nope! Okay, just gotta... As long as I have somewhere in front of me where I can go, I'll be okay. That's the way these games work. Just gonna break down that door. Up and over. Nope! Up and over. I've never seen an enemy climb in these games, I don't think, so I think I'm safe up here. Alright. That wasn't super scary.
Here comes your bride, Mr. Gluskin. We could give him other flesh, and he spares ours. Fucking idiot. He delivered his own self to Gluskin's hell.
Well, now I kind of want to come back. Guess I don't have any choice. They called him the man downstairs. But you know what? I think that's where I'm going to take a break and let the GoPro cool down. I'm going to maybe record the rest of this tonight, but I am going to give it a chance to cool down so we don't end up with another facecam mishap like last time. Once again, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.